Aljamain Sterling is the and still bantamweight champion after a successful third title defense on Saturday at UFC 288. He edges Henry Cejudo by split decision in the narrowest of margins. A very close competitive fight. Went down to the wire. Could have gone either way, honestly, but Sterling did his best effort and came out of there with his hand raised, and he is on top of the mountain. Most victories in UFC bantamweight history now, putting a great run together, getting a lot of high-level notable scalps on his resume, and the argument of whether or not he is the best bantamweight in UFC history is getting closer and closer in my mind. Maybe he hasn't surpassed Dominic Cruz or TJ Dillashaw yet, if you consider them above, but he is most definitely in the conversation at this point, and that's all he can really ask for as far as his career and his legacy. And the work isn't done yet. He still wants to keep going, record more title defenses, maybe just a couple more before he seemingly wants to move up a division, but we very clearly know what is going to be next after this fight. We saw it moments after Sean O'Malley brought into the octagon for a face-off with Sterling. A lot of heated words exchanged, a lot of craziness in that cage. Thankfully, it didn't get out of hand or anything like that, but the stage was set for the next title fight at 135 pounds. Dana White saying post-fight that he is interested in doing this when the UFC returns to Boston in August for what will likely be UFC 292. That is a marquee matchup, a very significant fight for this weight class. Sean O'Malley has been on the rise for some time, and he'll finally get his chance to achieve what he considers his destiny in becoming UFC champion. A compelling style matchup between these two. If O'Malley can keep it standing, it's going to be very intriguing. If Sterling gets it to the ground, have to imagine he has a sizable advantage over O'Malley there. So we will see how this whole thing unfolds, but coming out of this win, Sterling is probably in line for what will be the biggest payday, probably the highest selling fight of his career to this point, and it is going to be a big-time matchup when Sterling meets O'Malley for UFC Bantamweight Gold later this year.